Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Reynolds, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast episode. Oh boy, Jesus Christ, I've been here. Take a
Hail Mary.
little shot in the dark here.
Yeah.
270.
No, we're not even close.
Damn it.
262.
262.
Yeah.
It could have been in the 250s.
How many episodes do you think you missed? What happened?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I was sorry for my absence. I was doing peyote in the deserts of New Mexico.
True.
You know, you lose a lot of time out there.
Right. Hey, you missed the 5th anniversary two weeks ago.
Oh, happy 5th anniversary to us.
We're on our
birthday.
6th year doing this podcast.
5th birthday. I'm trying to think what I got for my birthday when I was 5. Probably a bunch of.
There's no way you remember.
VHSs.
You didn't even remember what episode we are on this podcast.
Yeah,
You're not
very
remembering.
True. It's very true. I can make up some bullshit, you know. I would like to tell you I got like some cool game, but like I don't even know. What's like your earliest memory of playing video games?
Well, not a lot of my family were gamers.
I have a similar issue.
I had like cousins, so like maybe in the 90s playing like an N64, playing Mario Kart. I think I played someone's NES and Genesis.
And like, how old would you say you were?
Yeah,
at that time,
6 maybe.
6.
This
yeah,
is like
that's what I'm saying.
Later 90s.
Some people I talk to, it's like they'll be like, "Oh, I was playing that back in like '94," you know, and they're like a year older than me. And I'm like, you were when you were an infant? I'm like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, how old were you people when you guys picked up a controller? You know?
Yeah, very clear memories for me, like 2001 on.
Yeah,
because it's like GameCube. My cousin had a GameCube. It was Sunshine and Melee and Double Dash. That wasn't 2001 Double Dash, but the other two. And then getting my Xbox 2001 for Christmas, getting Halo.
Yeah,
so
like that's when my memories of playing games actually start. Is like when I'm like 7, 8. You know, it's like, yeah, I played a little bit before that. Like my earliest memory is probably like Crash Warped of playing a game.
Ooh,
you know,
I 98.
Yeah, 7? It's like not even when it like released though. You know, it's like we just had it, and like so I'm probably like 6. You know, right around there. So it's probably like 2001ish. You know, and like yeah, those are like my earliest memories of playing games. And then when I like actually get into games, that's not until I'm like 8, 9, 10. You know,
what console was that?
On Crash Warped.
Yeah,
that would be PS1.
What were you playing?
Yeah, PS1.
You were actually playing a PS1?
We had a PS1, yeah. We had a PS1 and a Sega Genesis. But we got the Sega Genesis like earlier and the PS1 later, from what I remember. But we never had a memory card for the PS1, so it was always like
so you just play for the session?
Yeah, you just play. Yeah, so I'm literally just popping in Crash Warped, playing it, and then fucking restarting.
You could probably beat that game in a day, though.
Oh, you definitely could. Not 6-year-old Connor. He couldn't.
Not 6-year-old Connor.
But yeah, and then we had like Crash Team Racing as well, and then I definitely remember like Sonic 2 on Sega Genesis, and that's like really it until like PS2 era. Yeah.
And yeah, for me it was, I think Sonic. There was like a 2D game where you play as like a wizard. There was like a ring on it. I can't remember the name of that game. And it was like a weird Genesis that my dad had buried in a drawer that I don't know if it was his or not. So I like would pop it in and just play Sonic 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and then my real gaming memories don't start until PS2 and Xbox. And I didn't even get an Xbox till like 2002. You know, right around there, 2003 maybe. So
couple years later. Yeah. Was it a Christmas gift?
Towards the end. Yeah, I think it was a gift. Yeah, and it was like definitely like everything was almost out by then. It might have even been 2004 because I remember my brother getting.
Well, Halo 2 would have been the big swan song.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I got that like 2003, and then like literally jump in from there to playing like Knights of the Old Republic. You know, doing that. And it's like I feel like I skipped a lot of kids games when I was a kid too. Like I grew up too fast with video games. Like
I was playing Halo in
that's what I'm saying. Like dude, I'm playing like GTA and God of War when I'm a fucking kid, you know, on PS2. And so like I always like get a little jealous when I hear people talk about like Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter and stuff and Sly Cooper when they were kids, because I skipped out on all that. I was just like, nah, I went straight to the grown-up games, you know.
I was murdering people in the streets of GTA.
Yeah, like I didn't have a 3D platformer on PS2 that I like am super nostalgic for, you know.
I did, and you're gonna laugh because I didn't even own the game. It was the demo disc.
Mm.
It was a game. I think I've mentioned this game on the show before. It's a game called Vex with three X's. It's VEXXXXXX, and it was on a demo disc. And you played as this weird looking dude. In my head, he kind of looks like Ratchet a little bit.
Okay.
He has like blades on his hands.
X.
Yeah,
VEXX, you said?
VEXXX. I think there's three X's.
Oh, there you
Either
go.
three X's or
What
two
kind of games you
X's.
playing?
Yeah, right. It's either two or three X's. I can't. And you play as this little dude, and then it's a demo, so you don't like. There wasn't much to play.
Look at this little
It's two
fucker.
X's. See, he has little blades
He
in his
does.
hands.
He does look just like
He look-
Ratchet.
yeah.
You could tell they saw Ratchet and were like,
Yeah.
let's do that.
I forget what year that was. So what?
It
2002
came out in
maybe?
2003.
Okay, so I was probably playing the demo in 2002 or so, and it was just trying to climb up this tree, and I was just learning my platforming back in the day.
Interesting.
I had played Mario 64, so
Made
I
by
knew like some platforming.
Acclaim Studios.
Yeah, Acclaim went away.
Yeah, they shut
At some
down.
point.
Looks like they shut down in 2004.
Yeah,
Interesting. In
yeah,
Austin,
the game
too.
probably didn't review very well, I
Yeah.
assume.
I wonder like where these guys are now. Like, if anyone still in gaming that made this game.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I have a memory, and another kid one. I think I definitely mentioned the name of this game. It's not even. I need to put this game on my list. My greatest games of all time list is Kung Fu Chaos.
Oh,
I've talked about this game before. So you basically play movies. It's a 4-player co-op game. It's top down, kind of beat 'em up style, and it's like different types of like characters from movies. So there's like a ninja, there's like a monk dude, um, and then you just fight each other, and like you're going through like props and stuff, um, and you're like filming a movie together, basically. Um, and the developer is who is now Ninja Theory. They had a different name back in the day.
really?
This was one of the Ninja Theory's like first games,
Sure.
but they weren't Ninja Theory at the time. I can't remember their original name.
Yeah, it's always so interesting when you like grow up with different developers, you know? Like I feel that
Yeah.
way about like BioWare, even Obsidian, honestly. Like the Knights of the
Sure.
Republic 2 is like another one that I was playing Knights of the Republic 2 back in 2004, you know? It's like over 20 years ago at this point. It's always interesting to see the progression of other studios and like you kind of grow up with them, you know? Like I guess I kind
Yeah.
of feel that way with like Square even a little bit, at least on the Kingdom Hearts side.
I mean, Square's for a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, Bethesda Game Studios, right? It's like I played Oblivion back in 2006, you know? It's
I mean, everyone. It's Nintendo too. It's like the
and then
handhelds,
obviously
Game Boys.
Nintendo. Yeah. Cool shit. Well, Daniel, I'm back. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
I only came back because there was a state of play.
Yeah, you'll be gone.
I'll be gone next week until the next state of play. We'll see you guys then. I'll come back for the Nintendo Direct actually.
Okay. April.
Yeah.
What
I'll
else do
see,
you need?
see you guys in April. Ain't shit else going on. All right, Daniel, let's get into it. It's been another busy week in the world of video games.
Yes, it has.
We're gonna start off with the state of play. PlayStation held a state of play on Wednesday, February 12th, yesterday.
Mhm.
About a 40-minute long state of play. Daniel, we seem to be getting like 3 of these a year now. How did you enjoy this one?
Yeah, I think it was solid. Definitely in like if we're like giving it a grade, I'd probably give it like a B or like an 8, something like that. I think it was good. It wasn't great. It definitely had some fun surprises. I think especially there's like 2 surprises there for me that I was like, yeah, that game looks cool and that game looks incredible. So we'll get to those when we get to them. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't super crazy. It got a little long at the end of it. I think it was a little too long. I kind of say that with a lot of these showcases. It was a little too long, especially when it came to like the other lady came up and started talking about the games catalog and stuff for PSN, and I was like, this is kind of stretching. You're kind of burning some time here. You probably didn't need to do this, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I could have just done all that at once.
Yeah.
Because it was weird. They like talked about like PS Plus stuff and then they stopped and then showed a couple trailers and then talked about it again. It's like, all right,
Yeah,
that's a little odd. Yeah, I thought it was good too. I had fun time watching it. It's it's all about expectations with these things at this point. It's
for
just
sure.
like, yeah, what are you guys really expecting? It's a random February direct. It's like you're not gonna get too much. I am noticing a cadence now though with PlayStation ending these state of plays with one big first party thing now.
Hmm.
That's 4 in a row, I believe, right? Like last year's the February one was Physant, then it was
Yotai, right? At some point.
Astrobot, then it was Ghost of Yotai, and now
Okay.
the Housemark game. So if they consistently do that, I kind of like that. Like that's
They need
exciting. That's
something,
something to
right?
give it with. It's interesting because it's like we all want the big showcase, right? We want PlayStation to unleash their load here and
They'll
like
do
get the
one
whole thing
soon.
here. I I don't think we're getting one until PS6, honestly. Till like on the verge of that, like a
Really?
big one. Yeah, but it's like I'll
I
ask
don't
you
think
this:
next year. That's what I
Would
was thinking.
I was thinking about this? Would you have preferred they did a big showcase in, I don't know, let's say like endish of 2023 and announced Physant, Astrobot, Ghost of Yotai, Intergalactic, the Heretic one, and the new Housemark game all there, and then these stated plays are all kind of lesser? Or do you prefer it like this? Because I don't
Hmm.
know. It's like, because they could have done that, right? Announced all of those back then and had a big showcase, right? And it would have felt like a big deal and we all would have been hyped. But instead, they've kind of trickled them out a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe it's an age thing for me with like growing up with E3 and that being the thing. I miss having everything in one. So I would say that personally. And then maybe doing one of those once a year or whatever, once every 2 years,
I
have a
just
big
don't think
one.
they just don't have the games to do that
Amount of
once a
studios,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the amount of
Unless they
studios. They don't
partner
have
with
the
people.
game. Plus, they completely fuck up with Bluepoint and Sony Bend, right? And then now they're canceling shit left and right. So it's like they have even less games to announce. So it's like I just don't think they can do that. So I kind of lean more to this was
They're
the
doing what
smart
they're doing.
strategy, yeah, to
Yeah.
to do it like this.
I mean, I'd do whatever they need to do. Like like if this fits, the cadence that they have right now, then that's perfectly fine. I like the nice big showcases though.
Yeah, I like that we're getting PlayStations filled out though. Like we have more pieces now after the
Mhm.
last year, to where we can actually say what these developers are finally doing. It's like there's a few left still, but it's like at least we got a good amount now to something to look forward to, right?
Yeah, we're getting a lot more like Eastern games that are like really only coming to PC and PlayStation.
Yeah, I
So
mean
it's
that
like,
China Hero project, right? It's
yeah,
it's finally kind of paying off for
even
them.
some Japanese things that are just like
Yeah.
doing only PC PlayStation, which is interesting. I mean, we'll talk about one there that looks great. This is like the second or third time we've seen it. It's come out this year too.
Cool. Well, let's get into it. Go over the
Yeah,
games that were shown. First game, then we got a new trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds. Coming out very soon, imminently, about 2 weeks away from the release. Danielle, this one doing anything for you?
this game looks incredible. I think like the more I see it, the more I want to play it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I think this game looks so good.
Yeah, I
Really
think it
good.
looks cool. I like that I'm hearing that it's more of like an RPG than Monster Hunters have been in the past, and like there's
Yeah, I
gonna be
wonder
a
what that
giant
means
story
though.
there. Yeah, I don't really know either. I haven't played past Monster Hunter, so I
It's
really
all
wouldn't
about
know the
like
difference, anyways. But
equipment and weapons. So like I
yeah,
wonder what other RPG stuff they can put in.
yeah, looks cool. Combat looks very fun. I think I'm gonna skip out on it. I don't really need that in
You
my
don't want to
life,
play it with
but
me?
eh, maybe,
True,
maybe.
true. I'm with you.
you know,
I understand.
it's a big
I
game.
understand.
It's a big game.
That is a big game.
Next game then was Shinobi Art of Vengeance coming out on August 29th, 2025. Daniel, this game looked fucking sick.
This game looks really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. The art direction, they said it's I forget the you can probably correct me here because maybe you have it in front of you. I didn't like click in. So they said it's the creator of Streets of Rage 4, which you could tell from its art direction that it looks like that. So I know Emu published it, the Streets of Rage 4. Who developed Streets of Rage 4? You know?
I can look it up for you.
Yeah, I
'Cause, yeah, I
I,
do
I would
not
like to
know.
know. Emu's been publishing a lot of these kind of like side-scrolling games. They did the that Ninja Turtle game.
So there's actually three
Uh,
developers listed on Streets of Rage 4. There's Emu, there's Lizard Cube, and Guard Crush Games.
It might be Lizard Cube. I think that's who it is.
The head developer there.
Who's doing yeah, and I think that's who's doing this Shinobi game.
Okay, gotcha.
Lizard Cube. I don't know if .emu has anything to do with this one because it's probably just them and Sega. Lizard Cube, I would assume. Sega's doing the publishing and all that, so
Yeah, I don't know
this game
exactly
looks
like what
great.
type of game this is. If it's more of like a Metroidvania type thing, or what it's going for exactly. If it's just kind of like a beat 'em up action / platformer type of
With
thing.
Lizard Cube, I would assume it's more beat 'em up, but
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell exactly just from the trailer, but the art style was absolutely beautiful. Kind of like, that like Sunday morning cartoon look with
Yeah.
a bunch of action going on in the background and stuff. I thought it looked absolutely gorgeous. Another one
Yeah.
where I'm not necessarily sure if I'll play it, but it looks beautiful.
I mean, it's the same. It's the very similar to Streets of Rage 4,
Yeah.
and it just looks incredible. Streets of Rage 4 also had great music, so I'm wondering what the music's gonna really be like.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see. Coming out later this year, so should be a good one. Something to keep an eye
Yeah.
on. Next game then was Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. No release date on that one. There is a network test though on February 21st.
Probably next year,
You think that's a next year thing already?
or maybe at the end of the year.
They're doing
December,
a
maybe?
network test. I gotta imagine it's this year.
You would think, but who knows? There's a lot of games.
I'll tell you what,
Sega's
it's a
not
bad
done.
idea to put it out this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm
With
saying.
fucking
Sega's not
Mario
done.
Kart. Yeah, it's
No.
it's actually really unfortunate timing with Mario Kart because you would think this game, if you could just wait out a little while for like the Mario Kart hype to die down a little bit, you could sell a lot of copies specifically on Switch too, right?
You know what I'm thinking now? Sega is a very smart publisher, especially more recent Sega. They're also not scared of any other game. You remember when Frontiers launched the same week or next to God of War Ragnarok, and it didn't hurt its sales. Like people will buy Sonic games. I think Sonic's just a name at this point. It doesn't really matter. You put it at the end of the year, like November, I think people would still buy that game.
I hear you, but God of War Ragnarok and Sonic Frontiers very different games, right? Whereas Sonic Cross Worlds and fucking Mario
Both
Kart,
racers,
both
yeah.
kart racers, right? So it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it would sell most on Switch, and if there's a Switch 2 and Mario Kart is out, people are gonna buy that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't, whatever. Hey, maybe it comes out before Mario Kart. Maybe Mario Kart's not until the fall and they come out in the summer. It's
Yeah, that could
or
happen.
whatever. Beat them to the punch. Come out, be the kart racer on Switch a couple months before Mario Kart. It's
Yeah.
I don't know, might be something there. But yeah, I played
Yeah, I
one of
never
these
played any of
before.
them.
Yeah, I played one of them. I think it was the one that was like copying Double Dash more, like someone on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the newer one.
Yeah.
The one on the 360, the transformed or whatever, that one's like supposed to be incredible.
Is it?
I think I own it on like backwards compatible.
Okay.
I've never checked it out though.
Cool. Well, yeah, I like.
I know
Kart
people
racers,
really
so-
like this series. It's not like a flimsy, whatever kart series. Like it is a high quality kart racer.
Next game then was Digimon Story Time Stranger. Daniel.
What a weird trailer. I
Digimon.
did not know how to feel about
Digimon's. I can't believe Digimon's still relevant anyway.
I mean, there's some weirdos out there. I think.
Fucking Digimon freaks.
Yeah, exactly. This wasn't for me. The trailer wasn't for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Digimon.
It was probably the weakest trailer.
Amazing theme song from Digimon. Better than Pokemon's. A lot of people say. Most people
No,
say.
it's not. No
I think
one
like
says that.
99% of people agree with me on that.
No.
The Digimon theme song's better than the
And the
Pokemon
only
theme song.
that 99% is just you and Sims. That's it.
The Sims agree with me on that. I don't even know if Sims
Yeah,
agrees.
you
with me
two
on
were
that,
the
does
one-
he?
no, you-
I
I
mean,
think
we're right.
You two were.
Digimon. So good, so good. I couldn't even tell you the fucking words to it, but it's good.
Yeah, and let me guess. Can you sing the entire Pokemon theme?
Yeah, but like, come
Yeah,
on, that's
you can.
easy.
You know every
That's
word, don't
easy.
you?
Like,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
no one actually watched Digimon. All right, it's like everyone tuned in for the theme song and dipped out. All right.
What is Agumon doing today?
Who?
Exactly.
Character? The fuck?
Yeah, it's the main Digimon.
No, you're making shit up now. I don't believe you. It's not a guy. Agumon? Aku?
Yeah, it's-
Fuck.
No, Agumon. It's that orange dinosaur guy.
Okay, if you say so. Charizard?
Yeah. No,
Next
not
game then is Lost Soul Aside, coming out on May 30th, 2025. This is the one that's
This is the one I
on
was
their
talking about. Yeah.
PlayStation's China Hero project. People demoed this game back in 2017, so it's been quite a while here. Daniel Noctis has returned. How you feeling about it?
Yeah, and he has like that weird dragon thing next to him.
Yeah, nice to see
Um,
Final Fantasy Versus 13 finally come out. That's great.
I need to know what we're doing in this game. Actually, this game looks incredible,
Yeah.
but like, what are we doing? How open is it? Because like at some time he just started that dragon thing. He started surfing on it. Like, what are you
They
doing?
have wings out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like what's happening? Is this open world game or?
it's interesting because we're seeing this a little bit recently, where like people are looking at games and they're like, "This is too good to be true," you know?
And it's not sometimes.
Sometimes it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, I guess even Black Myth Wukong had
I
that a
was gonna
little
say
bit
Black
where
Myth's
it
the
was
one
like,
that's like it's
yeah,
too good to be true, but then it
yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. It's well,
It just
apparently
looked
I
that
didn't play
good.
it. But yeah, it's like that game, that Crimson Desert game, and
Yeah.
Claire Obscure, where everyone's just like, something's up here because these all look a little too good to be true, you know? And
Yeah.
I tend to kind of agree with that, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see when these actually come out, right? And see what they actually are and get our hands on the sticks and play these things. But yeah, this game looked fucking rad, man. The
I
combat
hope it's
looked
more like
awesome.
Devil May Cry, because that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Like kind of
Yeah,
linear.
it looked more character actiony than it literally has
Yeah.
Souls in the title, so that doesn't help. But like, it looked more character actiony than Souls like. There's
Yeah,
another
for
game
sure.
later too that is like borderline. There's a few of these, man, where it's just like borderline character action or Souls, and you can't really tell which one's it going for, and it's kind of
Blame
something in the
Stellar Blade
middle.
for that.
Stellar Blade definitely was that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Stellar Blade. I don't know. Would you say Stellar Blade was more character actiony than Souls? I mean, it had a lot of Souls elements.
I'd say it is more character action, but
Yeah,
it was inspired from like Nier and
yeah.
Devil May Cry and Souls
Stellar
games.
Blade had like the camps and shit that didn't
Yeah.
that made it very Souls like. And like
And
the
then it would
respawning
reset.
enemies and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know, we'll have to see what this game ends up being. I want to see more games out of China and like come out and like be good. I just wish they were like a little bit different. Like, why is every
Not
game
just
out of
action game.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
why is every game out of China like going for this Souls character action thing? It's
Do you
like
remember the one we talked about like 2 years ago or 3 years ago? It was the one
so
that looked
many at
like
this point.
the Metal Gear Solid looking one. It was like Bayonetta. It was like a lady, and she was like fighting a Metal Gear.
Is that the one
We
that
like
like
talked
looked
about.
really good graphically?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes. We talked about it on the show, and it was just like a 30-second clip of it,
Yeah.
and it was coming from the China Hero stuff
Yeah.
as well. Um, there's so many though.
You
Yeah,
would think, dude, like Elden Ring sold like 50 million copies over in China then.
let's do
If
that.
these are so popular, you know, it's like but like apparently it does it. So it's just I don't know. It's very
And
odd.
yeah, maybe it's just because of their culture. Who knows?
Yeah,
It's
like
like
I wonder if they like really come out to support their own, you know, if like this is a
they
Chinese
did with Black
developed
Myth.
game. Yeah, and like that certainly was the case with Black Myth. I mean, Black Myth was potentially the highest selling game last year, one of them at least, and
One of them, for
it
sure.
didn't even chart top 20 in the US for the year,
Yeah,
you know? So it's like all in China. It's just if these guys can break through to the China market with console gaming, that's going to be fucking
that's what
huge.
PlayStation's there. Yeah,
I mean, that's what they need to do, right? It's like that's the only way you're going to
they
grow.
can't win. They can't win Japan right now.
Right. That's the only way. And why would you
So
want to when China's there though? You know?
try
There's
exactly.
so many
That's what
more people
PlayStation.
there.
That's what they're thinking. They're like, Nintendo's killing it over here in our home. Like
Right.
we can't outpace them.
No, you're
Like
not
they
gonna
have a
at this
cheaper
point.
console. People want handhelds. We don't have that right now. So they're like, let's just breach into these other markets. So they're going to India. They're going to China. They're going to what was the other one? They had like 3 hero
There's India,
projects.
China, was it
There's another
Africa
one, yeah.
somewhere? Somewhere in Africa?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It was
Yeah.
Africa.
Might have been Egypt
Um,
particular.
maybe
Yeah, maybe.
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're trying to be smart with where they're going.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way they're gonna find growth in AAA gaming, right? Like, you're gonna have to go to these other markets. I think they've capped out in the U.S., they've capped out in Japan, they've
Pretty
capped
much.
out in Europe at this point. It's like
Yeah.
the people that they're like, yes, kids will grow up and replace older gamers and stuff like that, and people that moved on PC and stuff like that. But like the cap has been met already in those markets. It's
So the people that do that, that's why they're starting to put it on PC. So
and not
like
only
they're
that, it's like
going to be there.
that's why I'm kind of disappointed that we're seeing so many of these Souls-like and character action games coming out of China. Is like I want the variety, you know? Like that's also where like
We'll get there.
unique variety is gonna come from, you know? Like
Know
imagine
how I was gonna say,
yeah,
know
go
how
ahead.
like quickly like or not quickly, but like how young that area is with
Right,
games.
especially in
So
game
they'll get there.
development. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little while, but like I am very excited to see like a big AAA game come out of India instead, Africa or whatever country in Africa, and and then more from China and stuff like that. It's just like eventually we're gonna get really good, unique games out of these places, and I'm very
Yeah.
excited to see
Unique
that.
stories because
Right.
it just their culture's different and
Right, they have
all that.
entirely
Like
different lifestyles than like us in US and Europe. I mean, while
it's very
different, very
similar. Yeah.
similar, right? And then Japan, obviously, very different, and that's why we get so many good games out of Japan that the US market loves. It's like just wait until India and China start popping off like that. It's very exciting.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah, I think that game looks great though. Bad date because it's Elden Ring: The Night Reign though. May
Yeah, what was
30th.
the date again? May
May
30th.
30th also on
Is it
that.
literally the same
It's
day?
literally I think it's literally the same day.
Yikes.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
might be like a day
to be
apart.
honest, we you know what? We just kind of like flip-flop there. It's not a yikes because they don't care. They want it in their own market.
Right, they want it in China,
So
yeah.
it doesn't
No,
even
I don't
matter.
think it's that big a deal either, and also, Elden Ring: The Night Reign, I mean, I don't know about you, but, like, with Night Reign, I guess we're gonna talk about it later, but, like, it's putting me
Yeah.
off a little bit with the
Is
multiplayer
it?
aspect, yeah,
Interesting. We'll
yeah.
talk about it.
Okay,
I'm
well, yeah,
curious
we'll
what you
talk
think.
about it, yeah, and I just wonder if more people are like that, and they're like and maybe they lean towards this, and try to pick up this Lost Soul side game, if it's good.
It's a good point.
Yeah, looks very good. Moving on then. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Getting a demo available now today, February 13th. Also, was there anything else in here? No, that was it. Just a new trailer for that.
They announced the
That's next. We'll get to it.
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you probably don't plan on checking out the demo since we're already so close
No,
to release.
I
Yeah.
mean I'm getting that game.
Yeah. Yeah. Game looks
I'm
awesome.
playing. That game looks so good, dude.
Such a
That
good
game
game.
looks so. It's
Normally,
not
I
a
don't
good game.
like too many words in the names, but this one's working for me.
I don't like the name. I don't like.
Pirate
But I'm
Yakuza
just
in
excited
Hawaii.
to finally have Majima, in the driver's seat because he's been a fan favorite for so long, and like he's always been a side character, and like now he's like, yeah, let's put him in the front seat, And it isn't like a side game too, where it's like, I guess it's not a mainline game, but you know what I mean. It's not. This isn't like an Elseworlds story
Sure.
of Majima.
Yeah.
Like this is our Majima doing a story.
Elseworlds.
I didn't know how else to
James
put
Gunn
it.
marketing that term here, bro.
Multi-universe. Yeah.
DC about to sue your ass. Don't fucking
Oh
say
no.
that.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, you got the Batman. Okay, that saved you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's comics too.
They're like, all right, you better put some marketing behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game looks awesome. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but it looks very good. I like
Yeah,
the
you're
whole
not curious at
Hawaii
all?
thing.
Is it because of the
I
the
wish it was
combat being
yeah,
action?
if it was turn based, I'd be all over it. But
Yeah, but what about sailing on your pirate ship?
that
Doesn't
is
that look
cool. That is
fun?
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I am craving that too because I haven't played an Assassin's Creed in a while. So I don't know. Maybe I do. I don't know.
But then you got Ghost of Yote. That's what you
too much. Too many games. Everybody
it's
stop.
there's
Everybody stop. The next thing that this is fucking exciting. Dave the Diver is getting an Ichiban Holiday DLC.
yo,
Crossover with fucking
incredible.
Yakuza here. Ichiban's in it. He's going on holiday. He's gonna be
There's
in
like a
Dave the
beat 'em up
Diver.
in there
It's like, nah, I gotta go back and play more Dave the Diver, I guess, because this is fucking
just to get to
insane.
this
Yeah,
DLC.
just to get to this. Ichiban's in it. I hope they like say it's canon too in Yakuza.
Oh, it's canon.
It's
There's no
100%
way.
canon. Yeah, it's got to be canon. Like he's just on holiday. That's what he's doing in between 8 and 9. He went on holiday with Dave the Diver.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Love to see it. Yeah, dude, this Dave the Diver game just getting great DLC left and right.
Godzilla, insane.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them. It looks cool. Next game, then we got a new trailer for Splitgate 2, and there's an alpha coming later this month, February 27th. If y'all are interested,
Game's it's a cool game.
yeah, I've never played it. It looks awesome, so I gotta try it out at some
I
point.
played a little bit.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it just looks like Halo with portals, and it's like, okay, that's
It's
fucking cool.
it's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a little
Uh,
Call of Duty in there, but yeah.
cool. Yeah, we got another trailer for WWE 2K25 then with a The Island something or another
Yeah,
getting
as
shown
cool of
off.
an idea as it is, it didn't look like it ran well.
What is it? I didn't even really understand it.
Well, see what they're doing is they're doing what they do in the 2K games. I forget what they call it in the 2K games, but I have friends that play them. they have like this like city that you go to, and that's how you like you change what your character looks like. You go buy shoes and stuff. You can go play in the blacktop, which is that like 3-on-3 mode, all that kind of stuff. They put it in like a hub world, so they're doing that with wrestling, and they're calling it the Island. That's
Interesting.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
So it makes sense because it's Take Two as well. So they're kind of just taking ideas from each of the other kind of sports games and putting it in the other one.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm sure the wrestling
Didn't
freaks
didn't
are
look like it
well.
ran well though
Yeah.
at
No.
all,
These games typically don't, do
which
they?
sucks. Yeah,
Yeah. It's that yearly cadence, man. Too much pressure on them.
it is.
Next game then we got a new trailer for Borderlands 4 and a release date of September 23rd, 2025. There'll also be a state of play direct on Borderlands 4, just straight up only Borderlands 4 later in the spring.
Yeah, that's really where they're going to show off the characters, the different vault hunters, and probably skill trees and stuff like that. The world, all that kind of stuff. So excited for this game. I'm a big Borderlands fan.
Yeah,
Love those games.
I guess I'm most curious about the release date now and what that means for GTA. With both being published by Take-Two, so I'm very curious to see where this all lands. Now, I think we just mentioned it before. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
on the
we talked about
podcast
that a
or off.
little. It was just a little. Like I think
Okay.
this is exactly where I thought, like mid to end September was where I thought GTA would be. So I think that you push that back another month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess October. I don't think they'd go end of November. That's
Yeah.
too late. I think they want that like Black Friday. So I'd say mid to late October.
Yeah,
GTA.
it's interesting because last week their financials came out or whatever, and they do the talks with the stakeholders or whatever,
Mhm.
and Borderlands 4 was listed after GTA 6. So I was thinking like, oh man, is Borderlands 4 like a
Interesting.
December game? But I think they probably just put that there because they knew they were announcing the release date imminently. Unless GTA
That
is
makes
like
sense.
fucking July, August, which would be cool, but I doubt it.
July would be a really cool date.
And that'd be fucking
There's
rad. But
usually not a ton in July.
the fucking Switch 2 and GTA 6 come out the same day. Let's go.
Whoa.
That'd be fun. So yeah, I'm most curious from that standpoint. But yeah, get more at the state play later in the spring. Next game, then we got a new trailer for Split Fiction, which is also coming out imminently. Coming out on March 6th.
Didn't really need this.
Yeah,
Didn't
I
need the
didn't.
trailer.
I didn't either. This game looks so good though.
It looks awesome. I'm very excited for this game. They basically would take It Takes Two and we're gonna make it better.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
all
As
right.
far as building on it again, it's like, all
Like,
right, I'm down.
I know this is way too early to talk about. We're 2 weeks into February. Does that mean like, hey, this is like top 6? Because I guess Keeley only does 6 or whatever. Is this game of the year contender immediately? That's what that means.
Yeah, I mean, depends how this year shakes
He
out,
won
right?
game of the year.
But
2021.
yeah, I mean, it's certainly a front runner right now. I'd say, or at least up there. I'd say that, and probably Monster Hunter, definitely the
Yeah.
two coming out early this year that are going to be the front runners. So yeah, I mean, why not? It's Steam just gets better and better. It seems with each release. So
For sure.
yeah, I expect this to come out and be great. Next game, then we got a new Dark Pictures game. Not an announcement, but a new trailer for it. Directive 8020. Coming out on October 2nd. Coming out on
Great
console,
date.
PC. Oh yeah, perfect. They always nail these dates.
Get that whole month to play it.
Interesting. They changed the name up a little bit. Now it's Directive 8020, a Dark Pictures game. When normally they were called a Dark Pictures anthology. Then the title.
Wait, is that's true?
Yeah. So the official title now is Directive 8020, a Dark Pictures game.
Interesting.
Yeah. I
I
wonder
didn't.
if they're trying to back off the Dark Pictures thing a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know why they would at this point. I mean, they made what 4 or 5 games. So.
I wonder if it hurts or if they think it hurts the sales a little bit.
Well, they're already like taking more time now. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, and this will be a big gap. This will be the biggest gap
in 2 years, right?
which is a good thing because they were getting rough there with the yearly releases
Like
of Dark
Quarry
Pictures
and
games.
then Devil and Me in the
Yeah.
same year. That was crazy.
Yeah, all having technical issues too. So it's like, okay, good that you guys stopped a little, take your time because this one looks fucking awesome. I think
This looks great.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
thought
looks
was
like
really well
as
done.
good as House of Ashes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's been the best one. So
Yeah, certainly in the Dark Pictures, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm expecting a good one here. out of these guys because it's been a while.
Them doing sci-fi is cool.
Yeah, yeah, sci-fi is very cool idea. The cast looks cool. I like
Mhm.
that girl from Captain Marvel. That's
Yeah,
a good get. Just no one from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is their only miss. You know, it's like
crazy.
just get Zack or Cody. You know, you just need one
Yeah,
of them.
so yeah, is that the one they had Tisdale,
They had
Brenda
Tisdale,
Song?
Brenda Song. I
Well, no,
think
she wasn't in Dark Pictures though, right? She was in
sure, but
what was
she's in
she?
one
Was
of
she in The
them.
Quarry?
She was in the Quarry, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta get some, like, fun yeah, The Quarry had a
I'm
big
still holding
cast.
hope that their next big one is Scream. That that comes
Oh,
true. I want that so
that would
bad.
be
I want that
wild.
so bad, dude. There's
That
rumors of
fits
it.
so good.
You know, oh, dude, it's too good. It's too good. Just do
Did
it.
the original movie too?
I
Or,
don't,
like
no, not even that. Like I wanted like an original Scream, you know, from them. You
oh,
know,
sure,
yeah, like
yeah.
an original game with them. Like put you could bring back characters. Obviously, you could put Sydney in it if you wanted. I specifically get Hayden Panettiere. You know, get her going, get her back. You
Yeah,
guys are already so close with it.
I'm behind on my Scream. I haven't seen, like was it 5 and 6? Is that what they're on? And seven's the new one?
Oh, okay. You haven't seen the okay. So they kind of like reboot things a little bit, and it's still a continuation, but like it's a new group of characters and all that
Right.
in 5 and 6, and then yeah, and then there's a new one coming, but the new one's going back to Sydney now,
So she
from
was
what I've
just in
heard.
them and not being, like, a
She
main
was in the
character?
fifth one. She wasn't in the sixth one at all.
Oh, weird. How
Yeah,
do you just not even show Sydney? Like,
yeah. It
that
is a
doesn't
little.
make it
There was some big problem between her and the production company, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So
interesting.
she just wasn't in it at all. I think she was mentioned. Courtney Cox was in it though. She was in
Okay.
that one, yeah. And so was Hayden Panettiere. She came back in the sixth one.
Yo,
Yeah, yeah. Hayden
he was
Panettiere
great
though
in
is seemingly gonna be in Until Dawn 2, if that's real, which it seems like that's real. I don't know. She could cross over, do both.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that's what they would do, right?
They
Because like,
set it
they
up right. That remake had I don't know if you've seen this, but the remake had a post credit scene, a new post credit scene with Hayden Panеттiere's character that was like
I
hinting
didn't
at
play it.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't either. I just saw the fucking post credit
So is
scene
it
because I
gonna
was
be, like,
interested
in the
in it.
future with her?
I'd imagine it'd be like
Like
years after Until Dawn. Yeah,
how do you continue that? It's a self-enclosed story.
I think they'll just do like an entirely new story, but with Hayden Panttiere's character still in it. If I had to
Not have
guess.
any of the other cast?
I mean, you ain't getting Rami Malek. You ain't getting his ass
That's
back.
that's true. I mean, she's still a big star too, though.
Not as big as Rami Malek.
Not anymore, yeah, yeah.
Like they're gonna look back on that and be
How
like,
about Peter
"Holy shit,
Stormare?
we had this guy.
You
Who
can
is
get Peter
that?"
Stormare. He was the therapist, but he was, like, in Remy's head.
Oh, you know, I think he's in the movie, which
Oh,
is
is he?
interesting because the movie is taking place in the same universe as the game. Have you heard about this? Did you see the trailer for the movie?
Yeah, it was awful.
Really? I
Such a
thought it looked cool.
I hated that
Oh, dude, I
trailer.
love the idea.
I did not like
I
it,
love the
no.
idea of like doing a bunch of different shit though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll be good. I just don't think it was a good trailer,
It's
personally.
totally one of those movies that wasn't supposed to be tied to an IP at all. And they were
Yeah.
just like, hey, let's just slap the name Until Dawn onto that. And fuck it, we'll just do it like that.
It reminded me of
But I
Happy
like the
Death Day.
idea. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
I'm
fucking
like,
love Happy Death
we
Day.
already have I know, I do too. It's like, we already have
Happy
Happy
Death
Death
Day
Day.
isn't like that exact thing though. Like it's not like Happy
No.
Death Day goes through like different types of horror in a single night or whatever.
Yeah. But they, like, have to keep rewinding
It
or whatever
reminded
and
me
keep
more of Cabin in the House. A little bit.
Oh,
Cabin in the
Cabin in the
House had
Woods. Yeah,
Cabin
yeah,
in the
yeah.
Woods, yeah, then Cabin in the House. What
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck? Cabin in the Woods was you know, it did all those a bunch of different
Mhm.
types of horror things. So
I hope it's good.
yeah.
But, like, what's this supposed to be the tie then? I don't understand.
I don't know. It's just in the fucking universe. Who knows? Maybe Hayden Panettiere shows up in a towel. I don't know. That's all I'm hoping for.
I mean, cross your fingers.
Please God. Next game, then Five Nights at Freddy's: Secret of the Mimic comes out on June 13th,
I know
2025.
Nat's excited.
Yeah, someone is.
I mean, she
Man,
plays all those games.
they just keep making these, huh?
Scott just
Wow.
keeps writing all those universe stuff, all the
Who's
books
Scott?
and
That's the guy.
Scott Cawthon. Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
You never heard of Scott Cawthon?
Nah.
Man, get with it.
Yeah, but with it, I'm not with the times. I guess the kids these days,
No,
man,
he
they
writes.
do love Five
He's the
Five Nights at
creator.
Freddy's. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's written all those books too.
Next game then, The Midnight Walk coming out on May 8th. for PS5, PC, PSVR 2. This game looked very interesting. Sort of a stop motion thing going on. I couldn't really tell what kind of game it actually is. Looks kind of
I
like a
couldn't either.
horror walking simulator type of thing.
That was the vibe I got,
Yeah.
but
Art style absolutely beautiful though.
yeah, like is like cool as like the idea of the game and like the art style. I needed to know what the game was. I thought the trailer. I thought honestly wasn't a good trailer. They didn't really show anything in the game.
Yeah, it looks
You
more
know
like art over actual gameplay,
exactly.
type of thing.
Like tell me what the game is.
Yeah.
Even if it is just a walking around and doing not a lot, like kind of show more of that.
Let me know that. Yeah.
But let
Yeah,
me
no,
know
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. Yeah, art style
Is it
beautiful, but yeah,
puzzles? Is it
we'll
puzzly?
see what's
You know?
actually going on with the game. Next game then was Darwin's Paradox. Coming out later this year.
This game.
Published by Konami, which is
Yeah.
so weird.
Weird.
I don't know what is going on here, but it
You're a squid.
looked kind of cool. Look kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a Metroidvania Squid Game. It looked like.
Okay, I'm down with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Looked interesting. Reminded me of Octodad a little bit.
Yeah, well, actually, it might not be a Metroidvania. It might just be like a 2D platformer Squid Game.
I like
But
how
yeah,
Konami was like this. Let's do
Yeah.
this. It's like,
He was, like,
I wonder if
shooting his
they're
ninja.
making it or if they're just publishing it.
they're publishing it.
They're publishing it. I wonder who's
I
making
can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember who they said was
it.
making it.
Darwin's Paradox. Let's see. And there's no wiki page yet. Oh, here you go.
No,
Z Drime Tim? I don't know who that is.
you got me. I don't know.
I have no idea who that is. Okay, well, he's making it. I don't know. We'll see what that is. Weird Squid Game, though. Coming at you sometime in 2025.
Mhm.
Konami getting back into games big way. Next, then we got Warriors Abyss. This is the latest game from Koei Tecmo. It was available directly after the show. So it's
Yeah, that was
available now.
cool.
Yeah.
Little shadow drop.
This looked a little mobile gamey to me.
It did. I mean, it's a roguelite Warriors game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, if they can get it on anything, they will.
Next then we got the announcement of Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny getting a remaster coming out on May 23rd. And then obviously more Onimusha news directly after
Mhm.
that. Sticking with the remaster though, just do anything for you?
I've never really played any of them. I own Warlords. I got it on like one of the sales a while ago, but it's not a series I've played.
Looked like a very lazily done remaster to me.
Just kind of just updated a
It
little
just
bit.
looks like a port, honestly. I mean,
And honestly, I kind of want more ports though. Like I
that's
want these
fine,
games
but it's
playable,
just like, don't call it a remaster then.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily even look like a remaster. You guys could have just put it on the PS catalog thing or whatever the fuck, and I'll charge
playable.
$5.99
Yeah.
for it. Yeah, and just had it playable on those things.
That's fair.
Yeah, or whatever, and like not call it a remaster. Because like I don't know, is that maybe it's just because I'm coming off that Ninja Gaiden 2 Black thing, but it's like you look at that and then you look at this and it's like okay,
That's also Koei.
that's how you do a fucking remaster there. It's yeah, because this, especially with the tank control camera angles and stuff like that, I was just like, you could have made it third person. I don't know. But then we get a trailer for Onimusha Way of the Sword, which is coming out in 2026, and that looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, it still looks great. They're just trying to get the Onimusha name out
This is
there.
the first
again.
time we saw gameplay, right?
Yeah, the last one had gameplay, but it was like snippets. It was more of like a cinematic.
Yeah, because I don't
And-
remember seeing gameplay before.
I think it showed gameplay, but it was like no HUD. It was
Gotcha.
like it looked a little more cinematic-y.
Yeah.
Like, but I think there was some gameplay in that last one because that last one was a pretty big trailer too. A lot more cinematics. This one shows a little more personality. So I remember the first trailer being a little darker.
Yeah,
Not
I
really
wasn't
having
aware
jokes.
Onimusha had like a sense of humor to it.
Yeah, maybe that's just this new one. I'm not sure. But they're definitely playing into that main character.
Cool though, like differentiated a little bit from all these other samurai, sword fighting games. We're getting a lot
sure.
lately, but yeah, I mean, dude, Capcom can't miss. So I'm sure this is gonna come out and be great.
No, is that Capcom? Isn't that Koei Tecmo?
No, Onimusha's Capcom.
Is Onimusha Capcom? Okay,
Am I wrong about that?
I don't know. I thought it was Koei Tecmo.
To the internet we go.
You could be. I could be wrong. I have no idea.
Onimusha.
I know that Ninja Gaiden is Koei Tecmo.
Yeah,
But
Ninja Gaiden's Koei Tecmo. I think this is this is Capcom.
this is Capcom.
Yeah.
Okay, then I mean it's not even close. There,
Especially
it's
with how
gonna
good
be a hit.
Capcom is at remakes. That's why the Onimusha 2 is just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it makes it even weirder. Yeah.
I'd rather they go back and just remake all the three of them, you know? Or just make the
Put it
new
in like
one,
a
make it look
collection.
cool. I
Yeah.
don't really care. Anyways, new one looks cool. Coming out in 2026. I gotta imagine it's like early 2026 if we're seeing gameplay in February, so. But we will
Yeah,
see.
maybe do the January. They always like a January.
Yeah, but then where's Resi? You know,
Where's Resi?
where
Yeah.
the fuck is Resident
April?
Evil? Yeah, they could. I guess that's not that big a deal, right?
Yeah. I mean, Resident Evil could literally release whenever they wanted to.
All right. Moving on then, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater got a release date. This leaked like the week
This was
before,
the leaked, yeah.
so
Yeah.
we've known about this for a little while, but it's coming out on August 28th, 2025. They went much further than I thought this would be.
Because we talked about the end of last year that it looked like it could come out at the end of last year.
We gotta remember this with Konami is they really like previewing their games very early because they did the same thing with Silent Hill 2 remake, you know, where we
Yeah.
thought that would come out way earlier, but it
Mm-hmm.
didn't come out till like the October of that year, of last year, you know, and we thought that was gonna be like a January through March type of game last year, and didn't come out to the end of the year. So they like to do this. It's
Well, maybe
it's
that's a
very
good
clear
thing.
now.
You know, you preview it, you take like the reception and what
Actually
people say.
be able to incorporate the feedback.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
instead of like,
that
hey,
could just
here's an
be
alpha
good.
2 weeks before it comes out, you know.
Great.
Great. You just want me to test your game. Thank you. But yeah, game looks cool. Got the little fucking ape escape mode or whatever, which is fun. Not PlayStation not allowing it on Xbox, and they get Bomberman.
Insane.
It's hilarious. I just like how Xbox is putting everything on PlayStation, and PlayStation's like, no, you guys can't even have that ape escape mode in
Can't even
Metal Gear
have a
Solid
mode.
Delta.
What?
A franchise we're not ever gonna touch again. But
Yeah.
no, you
It's
guys,
not our franchise.
you can't have that.
Yeah.
Moving on then. Hell Is Us got a release date of September 4th, 2025, of course. This game looks interesting. We've seen a couple trailers for this now.
Yeah. I say this every time we see this game. The main character is so generic looking.
Yeah.
And he just has like this little drone.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
just
know.
really can't tell if it's like fucking Death Stranding, weird looking thing. You know, it's just like, all right.
Yeah.
And there's
He's
a
got,
couple
like,
of
a
these
hood
where it just
on.
blends
I don't
together.
know.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting. I don't know. We'll see when it actually comes out if this ends up
Yeah.
landing. But yeah, I don't really have any strong thoughts on it.
Me neither.
Moving on then. Liza P is getting its DLC this summer. Liza P Overture. I think
Looks
that's
good.
what it's called. Yeah, looks good. I still really want to try this game.
I
some
couldn't
point.
get into it, but maybe I need to give it another chance.
Yeah, I definitely want to give it another shot. People love it, and it's just like I love like the style of it and the whole Pinocchio thing going on for here. It's got like a Kingdom Hearts 1 vibe to me, you know, especially with like the sound effects and stuff like that. I know it doesn't play anything like that or anything, but it's just like, you know, the atmosphere and the noises specifically. It's like the noise this trailer started out with. I'm just like, that's ripped right out of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Like Kingdom Hearts meets Bloodborne.
Right, yeah. So yeah, I definitely want to give this a try at some point and try to play through it because I know people love it. Next game then we got Dreams of Another coming out sometime in 2025. Daniel, Dreams, it's back.
This is a weird one. I don't really know what to think of this game.
I saw a clip of Kind of Funny, and I think Blessing was like, is this Dreams 2 before the title appeared? And then it just pops up the word Dreams, and he was like, no fucking way.
I manifested this.
It literally did look like Dreams though, like something made in Dreams. So
Yeah, it's very trippy. He was like shooting a gun, like a M16 or whatever, and then it was like creating things in the dream. I don't know.
Is this going for
what
like a
was happening.
Roblox thing where they're kind of making things and, you know, making another game in the game type of thing? I really don't know what they're. Yeah, I guess that is kind of
don't think
Dreams
so.
too, but
I don't.
yeah, I could not tell what the fuck this was. I didn't know what I was looking at. So
Yeah, what did this guy make before? It was like creator of something else.
oh, does it say that? It doesn't say it
It
on the
did in
Serial
the
Gamer
trailer.
article.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
the
had made
quick
something
review.
else.
Well,
But
yeah, interesting though. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on this one. It's art style's cool. I'll give it that.
yeah, it's very unique
Yeah.
for sure.
Next game then, Daniel, you'll love this one. Days Gone Remastered coming out. Where is it? April 25th, 2025. I think that's 6 years to the date, or it's close. I remember that being an April game.
Yeah, yeah, it's about 6 years
Yeah, yeah.
for sure.
Here it is.
Um,
Days Gone Remastered. I think we knew about this forever ago. Maybe not forever, but like within the last like 6 months, we heard this was leaked somewhere that there's a Days Gone Remastered.
yeah, I mean it's happening. It's great. I mean, make it look better, make it hopefully run better. You know, I know the game had its issues and they fixed it. Um, it's a game I would like to eventually check out and actually give it its due. You know, but
I
who
put
knows
like
when?
I don't know, 8 to 10 hours probably somewhere in that range into it, and it was just a generic open world game to me. You know, it
Yeah.
didn't really do anything unique, and the combat wasn't necessarily great. I know people love it. I know Sims in particular likes it, so it's like okay, but it's just kind of open world junk food with a cool zombie mechanic and a cool like horde mechanic to it. It's a
I
fine
like the
game.
motorcycle
Not necessarily
idea.
bad. I mean, honestly, they should have. You know, you remember when there's the whole what's his name, John Kavanaugh. He was talking about how there was the divide at Sony Bend before he left of
Mm,
making Days Gone 2 or moving on to something new. Should have went with Days Gone 2. Clearly, you know it's
yeah,
and obviously Sony didn't let them, but you know that game sold
it should have had a
fucking
second chance.
very well for
Well, like
what it
nine
was.
million or something.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
up there. So it's just like, okay, you know, and that
didn't
could
even give
have
it a
been
second
out
chance.
by now. So,
Yeah.
you know, it clearly in hindsight now, very bad move to not just move on to make Days Gone 2 because
No,
PlayStation
we
could have
need more
definitely
live
used
service
it.
games.
Yeah, we definitely need whatever the fuck they were making over there at Sony Bend, whatever weird live service thing it was. But yeah, I don't know. Sony Bend is such a weird place now. It's
Yeah,
I fear for them getting shut down, you know.
I hope not.
Yeah, I could see it, man. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we just wake up one day and we hear Sony Bend shut down.
I would hope that
Because
they would just be a support studio, if that.
yeah,
You
that'd
know.
be nice. But then everyone's gonna leave, right? And then it's just like, okay, then really, what is the studio at that point?
Yeah.
And then you know, it's Sony's gonna come to that same conclusion and then just shut them down, right? So it's really unfortunate with what's going on. They just never really found their footing, you know, with like a good franchise, you know, because I mean, they did Golden Abyss, which was well received, but probably the worst selling Uncharted just because it was on PSP only, and then they move on to Days Gone, which just took forever, wasn't received well critically, but obviously sold very well, and then weren't given the green light for a sequel. And they move on, make this weird live service thing, get years down the road on that, gets canceled, and now they're just stuck in a very odd spot. And yeah, you gotta wonder how many chances they get more, or how many more chances they get.
Yeah. You got to give them at least another game,
You would
right?
hope, right? But yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man. Continuing on then, Stellar Blade is getting more DLC. With how do you pronounce this? Nikki.
Nikkei,
I
I
want
think
to
is how
say
they were saying
Nike
it.
really bad, but you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but
I
it
think
is
it's just
definitely an
costumes.
anime thing.
Like I think
Yeah.
it's just more costumes. I have no idea. But whatever.
Definitely anime costumes.
Yeah, Stellar Blade, good game. Go play it. Then we got some PS Plus news. Lost Records Bloom and Rage is coming to PS Plus when it releases
That's the big
on
one.
February 18th. And also this Blueprints game is coming out on PS Plus sometime this spring. This game looks really interesting. I don't know if it's gonna necessarily be my type of thing. I love puzzle games, so we'll see.
Yeah, I didn't know what to
Looks
think
kind
about
of
it.
complex, but yeah, I don't know. Looks like an interesting one. Definitely something I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep my eye on. Moving on, then we got biotic factor. I don't even remember what the fuck this is. Coming out in summer 2025.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
name sounds familiar. It
Alright.
wasn't memorable.
All right. Yeah. This is where shit got unmemorable for me. I think this is kind of what you were
Yeah.
saying too. It was like, okay, everything's just kind of blending together now towards the end here. Then we got Tides of Annihilation. This one actually
That's
looks
fun.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the bigger surprises for me. This one and then the thing at the end. But yeah, this looks really cool. It was like Knights of the Round Table type, yeah, like powers of them. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
So it's like a
another one where I
action
can't
game?
tell if it's Souls or going for more of a character action thing. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But look cool, beautiful, another
Yeah.
beautiful game. Not as beautiful as Lost Soul side, but still fairly beautiful. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
hope it's
Looking
more
forward to
Devil May
it.
Cry. Let it be more Devil May Cry.
Yeah, me too. Next game then was Metal Eden. Coming out May 6th. This is that first person shooter where she was like running on the walls and shit. I thought
Hmm.
it actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
couldn't tell if
we
this was going to be like a VR thing though, and that kind of worries me.
yeah, we're getting a lot of these type of games now. It looks cool. I didn't. I want to play the one that was on PC last year. The Echo Point Nova. You seen that one?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, that one came out last year and it looked really cool, but it was only on PC. Uh, Yeah, we're getting a lot of games like that.
Next
Or even I Am
game.
Your Beast. Never got to check out I Am Your
Yeah,
Beast
yeah, yeah.
either. Yeah, looks cool though.
Next game then was Mind's Eye coming out summer 2025. This says that connection to that everywhere thing. You remember?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, where like I think it's made in that everywhere thing. So
is it
I
interesting?
think something like that. I don't know. Something weird going on there. But this just looks like hey, we're trying really hard to be GTA.
I didn't know what to think about it. It didn't look good to me.
No, it didn't look good, but like the way he ran and took cover is like that's straight up GTA 5. Like it
Rockstar for
looks
sure.
just like GTA. And I was just like, okay, you guys definitely going. I didn't know if it was like an open world thing. I'm assuming it's open world, but it looks like
Yeah, with like
it
the
looks more
driving, yeah.
focused on cars than GTA typically would, And yeah, I didn't think it looked too good either though. Like the shooting looked
Yeah.
clunky.
Mhm.
It's like all right, maybe don't come out summer 2025. Maybe take another year or two, let's clean that up a
Unless they
little
have
bit.
more to show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Unless
don't
they
know.
are just very focused on the driving part and it's like more
Yeah.
of about the cars and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, looks somewhat interesting. Last game then. How are we pronouncing this? Saros?
Saros.
Theros. The new Housemark game is coming out sometime in 2026, starring Raul Coley. Let's
Let's
go.
go, dude.
So
Let's
hype.
go.
So hype. I don't even know
When
if
I
I'm
saw
excited for
him,
this, but like, dude, Raul Coley, you had me.
I know that's all you needed to say.
Right.
It was like he was like laying down, and you only saw like half of it. I'm like, I for a second, I was like, that ain't Rahul, is it?
Right. That's
And then
exactly
he
what I was
stands
thinking.
up, and I was like, yes, it is. Let's
It's
go.
so hype. So
You
hype.
telling me it's just Returnal, but better with Rahul being the main character? I'm
Right.
sold.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm sold. That's all I
Yeah.
need.
They said it'll be a bit more forgiving than Returnal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting to me too. It's
'Cause remember,
Returnal
that
one
was
of
my
those games
complaint.
I want to try to go back to and like see if I like it more. I did really like the combat. I just don't like the whole roguelike structure.
My complaint was its roguelite structure was
Yeah.
the weakest part of that game. So
And it seems
they
like
could
they're
fix that.
continuing on with that here just from what they're saying in the trailer, but who knows? Maybe like you said, maybe they clean it up a little bit, fix it, maybe change the parts you did or didn't like. But I don't know, man. It's cool though. Like Raul Coley in it, like you got me there. Like I'll at least buy
Hmm.
it and try it out for that.
For sure. Well, what was that thing he was like gonna start fighting? What was that?
I don't know.
Crazy
Yeah,
looking.
I don't know. Some weird thing with like
There was like an
18 arms or whatever
eclipse.
the fuck. Yeah,
Yeah, and then it started spiraling. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. Very
Summon that
interesting.
big old god looking thing.
Yeah,
Looks great.
nice to see Housemark is just continuing on with their single player games though.
Hmm.
Was worried Sony put them on live service duty with something. You could totally see a world where that happened. So
You
happy
hope
to
not.
see that they are not and they are continuing on with their live service thing. Are you? Is it weird to you that it's not called Returnal 2?
No, because it's just something completely different. I
Yeah,
like that. Let them do. It doesn't need to be a sequel.
but it
Just
seems like it is a continuation of the Returnal formula.
yeah. I didn't really like the name Returnal.
Sure.
Saros is, I think, a better name.
Retuno. I don't know what you
No,
do
it's
here.
not retune. No,
You could do something there. Whatever,
I
though.
guess this is
I'm hyped. Raul Coley.
part of PlayStation's 2026. They're gonna have what, Intergalactic and this that
Yeah,
we know of so far. And,
probably.
like
That we
that's a
know of.
pretty solid one too
Yeah,
for next
you
year.
figure. I mean, Marathon and
Maybe Marathon as well. Yeah,
what is it? Fair Games. It's got to be somewhere, right?
yeah, Fair
Somewhere
Games.
in
Yeah, maybe that's
somewhere
the
in there.
four.
Yeah, unless Fair Games is this year, which I could see too, but I don't know.
Mhm. Maybe.
Yeah,
I feel
maybe
like
at
they
this
would
point.
show it.
Yeah, you would think it was here. Yeah, there was a couple things not here. No Death Stranding, which
Yeah.
we're getting a Death Stranding panel next month. So maybe you get more information about a release date there.
Yeah.
I guess. I just feel like that's a weird play. I thought the
Yeah. Where's
release
the
date
date?
would be here, and then the panel would be like the giant, hey, here's what you're doing in the game and all that stuff. But yeah, interesting. The things that weren't there, but I guess they're just
No Ghost Yote.
holding cards. Yeah, no Ghost of Yota. I wasn't necessarily expecting that, but I don't know. We'll see when those end up coming out.
I was just kind of like, we gotta like know the dates if they're coming out this year.
Yeah, yeah. They did reconfirm in their financials that those are both coming out this year. So, we should see them both fairly soon. I gotta imagine one of them's fall at this point. So, don't know.
Yeah, maybe Death Stranding. It was in the end of the year when the first one came out. So
Yeah. All right. Let's try to rip through the other news here real quick.
yeah,
Sticking with PlayStation then for a minute. Last Friday, PSM went down for about 24 hours. The world flooded in complete chaos. Cities were burned, lives were lost, and nerds were threatened with the idea of having to go outside.
oh,
And Daniel, all PlayStation gave us were 5 days worth of PS Plus as a sorry.
did they really?
That's it. That was their sorry. It was 5 days of PS Plus for free.
But I don't think I got that. I didn't. I'm actually. I think I'm out of PS Plus right now.
They like
Do you have
automatically
to have
added
it?
it to your PS Plus or whatever. I think you have to have it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I did. So I didn't get it. Man, I didn't get the free
You get
PS Plus.
nothing.
I got nothing.
You get nothing.
That's fair.
Danielle, I was happy to hear that you survived the PSN outage.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking back. Where were you?
Good for you. Shame about Sims. Shame about Sims.
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
swept away. Can't believe it happened.
That's what happens. UK just fell into turmoil. Couldn't deal with it. You know.
I mean, it's under the water now.
Crazy. PSN man was
Insane.
holding society together. Who knew?
Yeah, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Did this like affect you at all though? Did you even turn on your PlayStation?
No. Yeah, no. It was like my busiest time of work, the work week. So it's
Yeah.
like, it didn't really.
Yeah, I
affect
got
me at all.
home from work on Friday, and I was still able to go on YouTube and play games. So I was like, okay,
Yeah, I didn't
whatever.
see any.
I think it was just like literally like you couldn't join a
Online
party
gaming.
or play multiplayer matches. So I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. I know a lot of people were complaining that they couldn't play their digital games, but that's just if your PS5 is not set to your primary PS5.
Weird. That's a weird stipulation.
Yeah, I don't know why PlayStation does that exactly, but yeah, I don't know. It's but now I guess people, yeah, you gotta have it as your primary. You can't be game sharing with PSN down.
I know
guess.
that our friends Tucker and Abram do that.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, they
playing
both
games.
they both like do like game sharing with their PlayStations.
Yeah, I used to do it with my brother when we used to share games, but he don't buy enough. You know, I'm not giving him all this shit.
Yeah, you're gonna buy all these games and let him play
What I'm
them?
saying is like,
Come on.
okay, bud, you want like 800 fucking games? You're not.
You
ain't-
go buy them.
You ain't getting them, bro. You fucking pay me. Charge you a monthly fee.
Connor's new PSN.
Yeah, this is my subscription service. All right, continuing on then. After multiple delays, Sega has decided to cancel Football Manager 2025, stating that the game wasn't where they wanted it to be, and rather than release it and fix it down the line, they've decided to outright cancel the game and move on to the next Football Manager game.
Yeah, what a wild
Sims
story.
Sims, if he was alive, is somewhere crying.
I never would have thought that this would happen. That just straight up cancel a yearly version of a game like that.
I mean, dude, not every team is built for this yearly release thing. That's a very
No.
tough thing to do. on
Maybe
these
just do it every
developers.
other year.
Right, exactly. Especially for Football Manager. Like, I know it sells well and people like it and all, but it's like, do you need one every year? I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe you could probably wait a year or two.
Yeah.
In
And like literally, I guarantee what they had done for Football Manager 2025 is just becoming Football Manager 2026, you know.
And they're just gonna make it better.
Yeah, I don't think they're canceling that and like just outright
No.
starting over. Yeah.
We just throw it in the trash.
Yeah, they're literally just moving it over. They literally just deleted the 5. They're like, "Oh, 6."
Added it.
Yeah. So we'll do that now. Yeah, I don't really have any strong thoughts on it, but you know, I think it's the right call if the game wasn't going to come out good.
Yeah, I know Sims was probably gonna play it, but I'll have to wait.
Next up then, according to Bloomberg, the Wonder Woman game is having a troublesome development. Just last year, the game was rebooted and got a new director after already sinking $100 million into the cost of the game. Also some other news out of WB, not WWE, was that Rocksteady is now going back and making a new single-player Batman game. I think we also got some news on like Hogwarts Legacy 2. That development's going well. Something like that. I think he even said DLC is coming to Hogwarts Legacy, which is weird considering how
It wouldn't
long away
surprise
we are.
me, but
2 years ago already, you know?
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that they want DLC for that game, especially with how well it's sold. But yeah, I would just let them make a sequel at this point. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Wonder Woman. That's insane. They're putting so much money into this game. Like Monolith hasn't made a game already in 8 years, right? It's
Fucking
insane.
nuts. Nuts.
8 years, and then this game is like not even still not even out.
And you figure something else got canceled in there too. You know, like they
Yeah, were
must
they
have
going to
been
do
making
another
something else in the middle there.
Mordor game?
Yeah, something was going on there, and then also got canceled. And now this is getting just completely rebooted with a new director, and you guys already have 100 million into it. Rough, man. That's just fucking rough. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really don't know the direction they're gonna go there. And it seemed like Jason Schreier's source said if the game even ever sees the light of day, you know, so implying that
It better.
this thing might just straight up get canceled and you might not even see it. And if that's the case, Monolith's probably getting shut down. You know, I don't see them surviving.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you can, Daniel. World we live in now. But yeah, so not a good sign for that Wonder Woman game. I was looking forward to that too, man. It's
Yeah.
like it sounds like a cool idea. It's just like, hey, Shout Out Mordor is fucking great. I love both those games, and seeing them make a Wonder Woman game, that sounds like a perfect fit, right? And
Yeah, with the lasso, the sword and shield.
yeah, you just gotta wonder what's going on there, what happened, why isn't it taking off? You know, it's very interesting. Could have that whole nemesis mechanic in there too, and do
Yeah.
all that. So yeah, very odd. Hopefully they get it going and they get it right with this new director, and hopefully they're on a good track now. But we will
And what
see.
about Rocksteady?
Yeah, I'm making a new Batman single player game. I think me and you were theorizing about this a little bit ago. I was like, all right, yeah, just go back, start making single player Batman games again to do that. What do you want? Do you want another continuation of Arkham, or would you like a new?
Well, Bruce
Batman?
needs to be there.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, maybe you do like a Batman Beyond type thing with
Mhm.
like Bruce there as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't need to be that far into the future, like the show where he's like really old. Maybe you just kind of like maybe age him up a bit, and then just kind of like have a young Terry, and he's the main character.
Yeah, they
That way you
did.
keep the same world and stuff.
They clearly backtrack on the whole killing Batman thing in Suicide Squad. So
We
which
all figured they would.
which leads me to believe that they'll continue in the Arkhamverse. I kind of hoped that they wouldn't continue the Arkhamverse and just make a new Batman, new thing.
Even with Terry and
Yeah,
no Bruce at all?
yeah.
Really?
I don't know. It's just like you could make like such a cool, unique Batman video game if you wanted. It doesn't necessarily have to still be in the Arkhamverse, but I'm down with it either way. I don't know. It's I don't know. Rocksteady's another one of those that's in a very weird spot with all their key talent seemingly leaving, you know, so they're pretty much a new studio at this point. So I don't even know if this is something I'll be excited for at this point. Obviously, I want another single player Batman game, but yeah, I just don't know with Rocksteady doing it. Hopefully, it's good though.
Yeah, I mean the two heads are making an Xbox, a game for Xbox.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Yeah,
yeah, we'll
we'll
see.
see. Next up, then, Crytek is laying off around 15% of its staff, and Crisis 4 has been put on hold. They say this will allow them to remain operational while they put their full attention on their next game called Hunt Showdown 1986. Horrible name.
It's a sequel to Hunt Showdown.
Didn't even know there was a first Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, you don't know Hunt Showdown?
No. What is
That's
that?
that like it's like a multiplayer game, kind of an extraction-y type of game.
The one where you
And then
play as
there's
like
always
pilgrims or some shit?
not pilgrims, but you
No.
play. No, I don't know what game you're thinking of.
It's like Pilgrims versus Indians or whatever, you know?
No, it's not this
Thanksgiving,
game.
the game.
It's kind of like Western. And there's people with guns, and there's like horror things you're killing. And there's different teams. Everyone's trying to do similar objectives, and you can kill other players. But also try to kill
I just
the
draw a
monster.
blank whenever I see a trailer for a multiplayer game, so it's just like, all
Oh.
right.
You should look
no
at Hunt
idea.
Showdown. Hunt Showdown's a really cool game.
Is it? Okay.
So I guess they're doing like a sequel to that. I don't know.
Yeah, I had no idea these guys made anything other than Crisis, so good for them, I guess.
Yeah, I would like a new bring Crisis back. Like it's been away for a long time.
Never played a Crisis.
Yeah, I played the demo to Crisis 2 on
Oh,
360
interesting. I think I remember
back
that.
in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the demo was really popular
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah. Crisis was
Um,
always like the PC game where it was like, oh, this game, you guys think Halo's
You can't
good.
run it.
Play fucking Crisis, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay. It's probably not that good.
Well, the reason why PCs couldn't run it is because the game wasn't optimized right.
Oh,
So
okay.
people just couldn't run it on a PC.
Continuing on then, Elden Ring Night Rain got a release date May 30th later this year. I believe there's like a network test going on now, so people
Mhm.
are playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know what you have to say. Like, I think this looks really fun. I don't think it's like what I want from them. I'm waiting for the next single player game, but I think it looks fun, especially it being not a full price game too.
I'm not
Um,
completely down on it. It's just I don't really want this, like personally. Like I don't it just seems like a boss rush with friends and like the whole weird, going the maps closing in on you or whatever the
you try to
fuck.
level up as fast as you can,
Yeah, try to level. It's
get
like a
to the final boss.
roguelite slash battle royale slash boss rush with your friends, and it's just I don't know. I guess Souls games to me are always just single player, me going into a boss and getting through that boss type of thing, and just by myself and trying to
That's
figure
the
it
best
out
part.
from that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and it's just I don't know. You add someone else into that, it changes the whole dynamic of the game, and that doesn't really excite me having a whole game like that. I do
But they're
think the
making the
combat looks
bosses.
good. It looks like faster paced a little bit, and the
Yeah,
traversal
and
looks kind of fun and stuff like that. So I don't know. And
seems
it
like they're
looks like it's
balancing for
adding
3 people.
bosses from other Souls games too. Like it seems like Dark Souls 1 bosses are gonna be in there.
There's the Nameless King who's
Yeah.
from 3.
Yeah. And
He
it's
was
like
in he was in that
are there
trailer.
unique bosses in the game? Like are there bosses that
I
haven't
think
been in
so.
other Souls games?
I think
Okay.
that wolf thing is new.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
just probably just not for me, with the whole multiplayer
yeah.
aspect, but I don't know. I am
I mean, they're
interested in it.
balancing
We'll
it
see when
for
it actually comes
multiplayer
out.
though.
Sure.
So there's probably gonna be more enemies, and like bosses will have more things that they could do because they're supposed to be fighting three on one type thing.
Yeah, I guess whenever I call someone in like Elden Ring, right? It's because I'm stuck on the boss and someone's about to come in here and help me just whoop his ass, right? And it's
Yeah.
about to become pretty fucking elementary at that point when I have someone else in there. And I guess it just kind of worries me that like, okay, is this just gonna be hey me standing back while some level fucking 200 freak just beats the shit out of a boss in front of me, or is it like
It's a little different because you're like you don't really have like you start with a base character. You're not like choosing and RPGing your own thing. Like
sure.
you start with a base character, then you get different weapons as you go. And different items as you go. So I don't know. Like a different experience. I don't. We'll see how good it ends up being, but
Are you like all in on it?
I'm not all in. It's about time, I guess. Like there's probably gonna be something else I want to play around that time, but I'd like to check it out.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Good release date for it. So going
Yeah.
out pretty soon. Last news story then. 11-bit Studios The Alters has been delayed out of Q1 and sometime delayed into sometime later this year. Daniel, The
Yeah, I put
Alters.
this one in here for you because I know
Yeah,
you were really excited
I
for
am.
this
I am
game.
very excited for this game. I think it
Yeah.
looks fucking awesome. Yeah, I think the whole weird story aspect looks really cool, and it's like kind of
Hmm.
this like survival sim like game. I don't know, it just looks really cool to me. Looks kind of unique, and yeah, I love like this guy just cloning himself aspect and making friends with the different versions of themselves, and you kind of building up this giant wheel that's loading through this planet. I really don't know what's going on in the game, but I don't know.
No.
I'm very interested in it, and I think it looks beautiful. So yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to this game. But yeah, it,
Yeah.
it
When
it
do you
was
think it's coming
always
out?
weird that it was coming out so soon after their last game because they also made that Frostpunk game, Frostpunk 2,
Oh,
which came out like October last year.
yeah.
So that wasn't long ago at all. And so yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they needed to delay it a little bit. I think summer, July,
Summer.
August, around that point. So take their time. I mean, there's no rush really. So yeah, I'm
Have you ever
I'm
seen
definitely looking forward to this game.
Moon?
Moon?
Yeah.
No. Doesn't
You
that
should
have
look
like
up
a
that
really
movie.
good director?
Uh, Not like a really good one. I mean, he's done a few things,
What did he
but
direct?
um, he directed Mute, which apparently takes place in that universe too, which was like a weird sequel to it. I forget what else he's done.
I can like picture the cover.
Yeah. So if you like a premise of somebody having multiple versions of themselves, you should watch Moon.
Duncan
It's
Jones. What did this guy do?
what's that? What's the actor's name?
Mute source.
Oh man, what is that actor's name?
Oh, he did this source code movie. That was it.
The Source Code movie. Yeah,
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 that he
yeah,
did
yeah.
that. That's a fun movie.
Yeah, I like that
But
movie.
I like Moon. I like Moon more. It's Sam
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 Rockwell.
Rockwell.
Yeah.
So there's like multiple versions of himself on the moon and stuff like that, and he's like interacting with them.
Oh,
You should watch
really?
that.
It's like the
Yeah,
same concept. Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a little different because he's like trying to like escape and stuff. But watch if you can find that movie, watch that. I think you'll like it.
I just watched
I like it.
Funny
I like Sam
Games.
Rockwell.
Really disturbing.
Funny Games.
Yeah. If you ever want to be disturbed, go watch Funny Games.
You'd have a
It's like
hard
a
time doing that.
it's like a home invasion movie. It's very odd.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, very
is it
weird.
new?
No, it came out in like 2007. It's like a home invasion, but like the main villain like knows he's in a movie. It's very weird. It's I don't know.
Funny Games.
Funny Games.
Is
Yeah,
there any famous people in
left
it?
the impact on me. Timothy Roth, I think is his name. Timmy Roth,
Timothy
guy
Roth.
in Reservoir Dogs. He's in.
Oh yeah, Tim Roth.
He's
Yeah,
Annihilation in fucking
Mhm.
Incredible Hulk. The girl's famous too. I can't remember her name.
All right, I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, weird movie. I just finished it last night. It's on my mind. We can now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, playing anything?
Not a ton. I forget where I was in Silent Hill. I haven't played Silent Hill this week.
Are you playing Silent Hill?
Yeah, you've missed a few weeks. So I'm in the hospital.
Okay.
So I'm not sure like exactly how long, like maybe a third of the way through the game.
Yeah, maybe a little bit over
What
a
it
third.
feels.
Yeah.
A little over a third.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at there. Still really wanted to get back to it. Really all I've played is like a few nights like popping into Marvel Rivals. That's kind of been my like
Still chipping away at that.
pop into game. Yeah, just kind of playing a few matches and stuff, checking out different characters. That's pretty much all I've been playing. Haven't really had that much time this week to play.
Cool.
Been real busy this week.
Okay, so where did I leave off? Last time I was here, I think I was playing Doom still.
Okay,
Yeah, I think I was playing
that sounds
Doom.
right.
Doom
Yeah.
2016. So I platinumed that. I got the platinum in Doom 2016. Fun trophy list. Gotta get all the collectibles and stuff. The multiplayer ones were interesting because you could do it in like 3 matches, but you need to find a match is the hard part. So I had to wait for like a Sunday evening, and then I found one, and then I found the match, and yeah, it was.
There
like,
weren't hard trophies.
No, it was literally like get to level 5, which you can do in like 2 matches. You just need to get like a couple kills, and you'll level up that quickly. So yeah, it wasn't hard, but yeah, the hard part was finding the match because yeah, I would try at like 4 a.m. my time, and it's like no one's on right now.
No one's here.
Yeah, no one's playing Doom 2016 right now, bud. But yeah, I did find one on a Sunday, and then I got it there. You had to like beat the first level on the hardest difficulty, which like resets the whole game if you die. So I had to get through that. That was a bit difficult, but yeah, fun trophy list. I had a good time playing. I mean that. I have dropped Metaphor because it pissed me off.
Oh.
Dude, there's a part in this game
happened?
where like it is. I would just call it lazy writing. Honestly, I think it
it's
is.
the writing.
I think it is so fucking lazy what they did. This is like a big twist moment in the game, a big moment in Metaphor. That just I won't spoil it, but it really irked me. I've never had a game really just piss me off to the point where I had to put it down. Where I was like, "Fuck you."
Normally that'd be like a gameplay thing that would maybe put you off, but
yeah, no,
story...
this is just a story beat that like it like without spoiling anything, it's just it kind of like resets the things you've done in the game up until that point, and I was like 55, 60 hours in already, and it was just like, okay, so you guys could have started the game right fucking here, and this game could have been 20 hours long. Interesting. Yeah, it was just it sets up this twist in like the most lazy way, and it just wasn't even a cool twist, and like an emotional beat happens along with the twist that I just felt nothing. I was just like, no.
Interesting. I feel like I just need to know.
You guys did not earn this at all.
Crazy.
Yeah, it pissed me off, man. It really did. And I'm trying to like look into it to see like other people on Reddit if like they liked it, and I was like, it seems pretty divided whether people like it or not. And yeah, it's just again, I won't go too far into it, but yeah, It really irked me, man. It really, I straight up deleted the game. I was like,
Wow.
no, no.
See, I want to get back to it at some point.
Look,
I'm
I
very
like the
curious.
world building and the characters in the game. I
Yeah.
think those are great. I think I'm done with Atlas. I just think they're not.
What?
They're
Done
just
with
not for
that?
me. I think I'm just done with Atlas, honestly. It is
Oh
just
man, you loved Persona 3 and 5,
I
but you
did for
didn't beat
40
them.
hours. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And I get to this point with them where I'm just like, okay, you guys aren't moving this on enough. It's just too long. You guys, they're too fucking long. You guys put too much shit in this game. It is just, and then it's just the same thing where it's just, I get into these characters, I get invested in their story, then I go out and I do a main thing, and it takes me forever. And I'm not back to that side character story for another 2 weeks. And I'm like, what was this guy doing? What happened here?
Mm,
Yada, yada, yada. So it's just, I feel like the best way for me to experience Atlas game is like a rush. Like I beat it in 2 fucking weeks type of thing,
yeah.
where I would need like time off work to fucking do that.
What
And then
what
maybe
would
it
they need
would really
to do
hit.
for 6?
Listen, 6 is gonna drop and get a trailer, and I'm gonna think it looks fucking awesome. That's gonna
Yeah.
happen. I already know
Yeah.
that's gonna happen. But I won't doubt that the same thing happens again, where I get 40 hours in, and I'm just like, oh, because dude, they're just so long. It's just why is it so long? Nothing needs to be that long, man. It's
It doesn't need to. I mean,
80 hours of this
they
shit,
want you
man.
to get a connection to these characters, but like you
I
can cut it in
do, but
half.
then they fucking ruin it with the length of the game,
Yeah, you
It's
can
like
cut it in
you got
half
me
and still
hopping
get a
around to
connection.
all these different stories to the point where I just can't keep up anymore. And then I'm going through shit in my personal life, and then I get back to the game, and it's been
Yeah.
fucking 3 weeks since I've seen this character, and I'm just like, I don't remember what was even happening with you, and I'm not
Right.
invested anymore. So it's
I mean, it could
just
be 40 hours, and you could still I'd be a long game.
that's what I'm saying is like, dude,
And
I probably have like 30 hours left, and it's like you guys literally could have started the game right here, the same story and everything, and been fine. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's yeah, I don't. The game pissed me off. metaphor,
mm,
metaphor pissed me off. It's a great game. I love the combat. The side
yeah, the
characters are
combat's
really
good.
cool, really well done. The lore is amazing. All that shit. It's just the structure of the game, and then this one fucking part where just like I just can't. I can't do this anymore.
Mm,
So yeah, done with Atlas for the time being. But
okay.
then they'll announce Persona 6 and I'll be on board. So whatever.
Yeah.
Where did I move on to then? Oh, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, 2
Right.
Furious.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Black.
played that as soon as they dropped it after the Xbox Direct. Loved it, dude. Game is awesome. It is more of like a heavy character action game, I'd say. It's not so much like Devil May Cry where you're in the air. Kind of depends on the weapon. This game is it depends on the weapon you're carrying, and there's a lot of different weapons that you can use, and they all feel unique and really good in their own way. Maybe not like all of them are like super good. You'll find the ones you love though. Like I found like 4 different ones that I like really loved and really fucked with.
Would you like fast switch to them?
Yeah, you can just switch at any moment, and that's really cool with it.
That sounds like Dante's stances.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah, and it's like there was like these fucking Wolverine claws that I got really into. There was like these 2
Cool.
like Seath type things that I got really into, and then the dragon sword, which is just like the basic weapon. I got really into that one as well, and they all like change up gameplay a little bit too, so that's really fun. And so each level is kind of just like you start, you run through it, you're fighting a bunch of different enemies, and then they all end with a boss. And then some of the bosses were bad, I'd say, but then a lot of them are really good. So you kind of pick and choose which boss you end up really liking. And yeah, man, I really liked it. I had no idea how cool Ryu Hayabusa is.
Yeah,
Like
he is.
story absolutely stupid and ridiculous, but it has just cool cutscenes where this guy's just
Yeah.
doing cool shit. He's like as cool as
He's cool.
Leon in Resident Evil. I'm like, oh, this guy's fucking
I
badass.
mean, Leon's a certain level of cool though.
Yeah, it's up there, dude. It's up there. Ryu's a cool motherfucker. There's a part where he does some cool shit on a motorcycle. I'm like, oh, this guy's badass. This guy's badass.
That sounds cool.
And I was just like totally invested in Ryu Hayabusa. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to 4 now. Yeah, I want to play through the first Ninja Gaiden and the third one at some point this year.
Gotta
Before
get before 4
yeah,
comes
before
out.
4 comes out. Got a little while. That's not scheduled till fall, so got some time here to get through all those. Not long games either. Game's probably like 6 to 8 hours, I'd say. And people really overestimate how hard these things are. I played on normal. It's fine. I barely
I think the
died.
first one's supposed to be the harder one,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I wonder if it's just
um,
on the harder difficulties too,
oh yeah,
if
for
that's
sure.
like obviously the real challenge will come in there, but like I don't know about you, but like growing up, Ninja Gaiden was like the Souls games when I was a kid, you know, where it was like,
Sure.
yeah, this
Yeah.
this is ridiculously hard. Good luck beating that ever, you know, and so it kind of always put me off to them. And like I never played them for that, but yeah, really, ran through the whole thing on normal, probably died like 3 times, you know, so really not bad at all, and it was just a really good time, really fun. And then I played through Resident Evil 2 remake again. I got the
Okay.
yeah, I've always wanted to platinum one of those, and I got the platinum now. I've just always wanted to see if I like platinuming these games because it's always just
2 has some fun trophies.
yeah, you always got to do like so many different playthroughs, and that always put me off to it, and it just becomes so and it did become this. It becomes very like the tension and the horror are just completely gone by like
Yeah.
your third playthrough, your third
Well,
or
there's
fourth
one
playthrough.
playthrough you have to, like, beat the game in a certain amount of steps or
Yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah.
right?
There's
That's
14,000
crazy.
steps in that. It's actually not that hard. Especially when you get it down. Like I have mastered Resident Evil 2 now. Like I could walk you through that whole game in 2 hours.
Do you know exactly how to navigate the RPD?
Yeah. I could get you through that very quickly, you know. And that was fun. It was fun learning that and mastering the game like that. I actually did have a very good time like that. I would not recommend people go for the trophy list just because it does ruin the horror and tension of the game, and that's like half of what makes Resident Evil great. So, yeah, you know, it's a tough recommend, but it was a fun time going back and playing that. And yeah, Resident
I
Evil 2 is
love
great,
Resident Evil
man.
2.
Yeah, it
So
really
good.
is. I'm so curious to see where they go with 9 now and what we're doing
Yeah.
here.
Bring
'Cause,
the OG cast back. We need to
oh, certainly
move
you got to
on.
bring Leon back now.
Leon
It's
and Jill.
time. Yeah, hopefully Jill's back. We'll see. I wanted my Claire being back either. That'd be fun.
Yeah, yeah. Ada as well, like, bring kind of all the classics, I would say.
It's interesting, right? Because Resident Evil 7 is pretty much just first person Resident Evil 2, you know, in a lot of
Mm,
ways. With like
sure.
that set base being the police station and then the
And
Baker
then the
house in
house.
7.
Yeah.
And then it kind of spreads out to 2 other areas after that. And then Resident Evil Village is pretty much just Resident Evil 4 in first person, right? So I'm kind of
Yeah, you have,
curious.
like, the branching paths and you keep going
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
I want to see like what the next step is for Resident Evil. You know, like can
I
we
mean, the
go
rumor's open world.
beyond that? Which could be very interesting if you make
Yeah.
like an open world that's like really tied together. You know, and
Like a
intricate.
Metroidvania
Yeah,
type
yeah. It would need to be
open
like
world.
that. You
It's
know,
like
where
a
it's
Souls
like
game
I'm getting
almost.
a puzzle piece from one side of the map that I know goes here on this completely other side of the map, but now I'm gonna have to get back there. You know, it's you could do something very interesting with that. I'm not necessarily put off by the idea of a giant open world Resident Evil, you know. It's
Yeah.
not like too giant, but like you could make something very cool here. It'd be cool if they went back to like Raccoon City or like I know that place got blown up, but like I don't know, remake it or whatever, you know. New
Yeah.
Raccoon City or whatever, you know, like Umbrella remade
New
Raccoon City.
Raccoon City.
That'd be cool though, you know, something like that. And you're Leon again, something like that. I don't know. I'm so curious to see where they go with 9, and that should be the next Resident Evil game. I know there's rumors of 0 remake and whatnot, but
5 remake, yeah, 0 remake, Veronica
you
remake.
gotta hold off on 5 and 6 remake till next gen now.
You think so? Yeah.
You can't do that. It's too early.
I want 9. I want 9.
Yeah,
We don't need
9.
another remake
It,
right
it
now.
seems like 9's gonna be the next one. So hopefully that's soon and we learn about it.
Maybe next year?
Yeah, I could see that. And then yeah, I got Avowed downloaded the
Oh, yeah.
fucking early access 5-day or whatever. That's already out. It's out now today, so I'm looking forward to playing that. And yeah, that'll be my next game.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be playing about next. I think it'll be Like a Dragon. That'll probably be my next game I hop into.
Cool. Yeah. Really look forward to Avowed, seeing what Obsidian does here, and yeah, more first person RPG stuff. I'm into it. I want to play Kingdom Come Deliverance too, as well. As
Yeah.
that
You're doing very well.
yeah, that got really high scores. I kind of want to play the first one though, because apparently you're the same character. I know people say like you don't need
It is.
to,
It's
but it's the
direct
same
sequel, yeah.
character. Yeah, it's a direct sequel.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna play the first one before I jump into the
They
second
probably
one.
assume a lot of people aren't gonna play that.
I'm
first one.
sure, but like with all these things, I just think it's always better to get the story of the first
Sure.
one, you know. But yeah, I would like to try that, but those are 2 big games, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get into that, but we'll see. Yeah, all right, people, that'll do it for the Nerd Gods podcast episode. What was it? 262.
262.
Yeah,
You got it right this time.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us. We're at youtube.com/nerdgods. You can also find us available on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you'd like to say?
Um, yeah, there's some really annoying rival characters that I'd like people to stop playing. That'd be cool.
Who's the annoying one?
Jeff's pretty annoying, and it's
Oh,
his
is that the
ultimate.
shark thing?
Yeah,
Uh,
he's pretty annoying. I wish people would
where's
stop.
where's the Jeff the Shark fucking MCU movie? Where's that?
Seriously,
Take that.
where is Jeff?
Take that. Who's gonna do the voice? You know,
Uh, what's the dude that does the shark in Suicide Squad? Was that
Sylvester
guy?
Stallone,
No,
isn't it?
in the game. I mean,
Oh, in the game?
yeah.
No idea.
Okay, well, be him
Okay, okay, do
or
that.
Sylvester Stallone.
Or Sylvester
Be Jeff.
Stallone. I guess Sylvester Stallone up in there. Why not? I think he's in the MCU already. Guardians.
Oh yeah, he's a Ravager.
Yeah, that was
I
it.
forgot
That
he was
was
a
it.
Ravager. Yeah,
Yeah, he can play two parts. Whatever. All right, people. See you next week. Bye bye.
everybody.